All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Uncaught Exceptions podcast. We have a few special guests today, Val and Andrew, and we're just gonna talk. What are we talking about today, Krystal?
I guess we're gonna get into some simulation stuff. Like, are we in a simulation, guys? Are we though? Or are we
yo,
just
that
like
it's gonna go crazy in here. Are we
it's
starting
gonna
with
go
that?
crazy
Are
here?
we starting with that? All right,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah,
All right,
we're
let's
gonna
go.
start with that because
All right,
dude, you know
I'm
what
gonna.
what it was? It was what's that guy's name? Is it Neil? What is his
Neil
name?
deGrasse Tyson.
Okay,
Yeah.
his video, right? Because I always thought we were in a simulation, but he thought so too until he
He
realized
completely disproved it. He
he
completely
did, right,
disproved
with
it.
that
The
video.
argument. So the argument they had was like, okay, because if you had like a simulation,
Yeah.
then like a world create another world. There's
Yeah.
going to be billions of worlds, right? So
Right.
statistically speaking, we're probably in a simulation. But his argument was, okay, because of the fact that we haven't figured out a way to simulate a world where the beings in there believe that it is a simulation, that either means that we're the first, world or the very last world. So the statistical argument doesn't hold true anymore because of that. And that blew my mind once I saw that. It makes sense once you think about it that way.
It does
Yeah,
make
we could
sense.
be
'Cause
like
we
we could.
physically in this
Yeah,
world, which is the real world, we don't know how to simulate a world where we don't know we're in a simulated world.
yeah,
So how would we be in a
but
simulated
that's just a time argument though, right? Like, yeah, I get his point. It's like, all right, that could be like a 2 in infinity chance that we're in a simulation, right? Like, basically,
Yeah.
right? We're the first one or the last one, right?
right?
um but who's to say that in a few years from now we don't figure that out? Like, that's just a time argument, right? Like,
Right.
who's to say
So we're
in
either the
10
first or the
years
last.
who's to say in 10 years we figure out, oh, like now I can, when I go into VR, it's exactly like real life, just without the consequences, right?
Right.
Or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, we go into VR, like it's exactly like the real world, but like you can't really die, right? So now let's say right when you're born, instantly when you're born, they hook you up into this VR and you never knew that you were in a VR and you just
That's
always are
basically
in a
what
VR.
the Matrix is like. The movie The Matrix
Yeah,
is they're
exactly.
already
So
they're connected and that's all they've ever known.
exactly. And it's like when you die, you don't actually die. You just like go to the previous world. And what if it's just an infinite loop? What if we are the last one and you just keep
Oof.
dying and you just keep going back? And then where's the origin of yourself? And that means, and then that gets into the argument, what is self, dude? What if you are the last one in like the trillionth chain of just universes?
And I feel like we're also not that technologically advanced, like we're kind of like we could probably be still like in the early stages of like humanity. So who's to say, like I feel like you could have made that argument about like pretty much anything like back in the Stone Age, but eventually, like we were able to like create that. So yeah, I mean it's
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. That's my point. It's like so many things looked impossible, right? Like if we were back in the Stone Age, like there was so much stuff that wasn't possible because like you need technology to create newer technology, right? So it's like looking at a phone from 1 million years ago and giving a phone to a human from 1 million years ago, they'd be like, yo, that's literally voodoo magic. Like, that's crazy. But it's like, once we do it, then it's like, all right, we know it's possible. So it's like, it might just be a time argument where it's like, okay, we do figure it out. And maybe we are the first ones to figure out, or maybe we're the last ones. But
So
what happens when we do figure out though? Like, then we're really going to need to question life at that point.
Then the argument, like
Yeah.
the argument that Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about doesn't hold true anymore. The
Yeah.
problem I've always had with this is that, okay, what if we are able to simulate that world? Well, yeah, sure. So to us, the beings, they think it's real, but how do we know that the beings are like how do we know that they're conscious? Like, how do we know that they're actually like experiencing something? You know what I mean? Or just look like they're experiencing something. That's the problem I've always had with it.
That just gets into when do we figure out AI?
That's just the
right?
mind-body problem, guys, that we are not able to figure out yet, which comes down to again, like that's what AI we're trying to figure
exactly.
that out for AI.
If we
like
figure out
passive
AI,
mind.
then that's like, okay, what if we just throw an AI in there, right? And what if we're the AI of like a previous generation, right? So what if there's an AI that just has this like organic development where it's like, oh, it's like a human, and then like is born as a human, and then you just grow up or whatever, right? And it has like this full like biological cycle, but it's like an AI. Like that would be
Wait, so you're
crazy,
saying
right? And we just throw the AI into the VR.
wait,
It's like the
what?
Turing test. So I
Yeah.
mean, it's like the Turing test, right? So like Alan Turing said that if you sit down and you talk to a robot or an AI, and if the person who's talking to that robot can't distinguish if it's a robot or a real person, then that's how you know you've created something with a conscience,
Yeah.
right? I think that's as close as you can possibly get to like knowing if
That
if
would be
that person
crazy, dude.
is conscious.
I would be scared at that point. I'd be like genuinely scared at that point if we ever do
But
that.
can we get there is
That'd be
the
crazy.
question, because as of today, there is no AI that has been able to pass the full Turing test. They may have been able to pass certain phases of the Turing test, but not
Yeah.
the full Turing test.
Yeah, but we haven't
Yeah.
even reached like 100 years of like computer science.
I mean, those are facts too. Yeah.
Exactly. That's the key. It's like I think we're just at the cusp, and that's why I had a live, like, when did I go live? Like 2 weeks ago, something like that. And they're asking me like, yo, when is like AI gonna happen? And a lot of people were like, yo, it's gonna come quickly, like in the next 10 years. And I'm like, there's no way. They've always said that, like, yo, it's coming out in the next 10 years. And it's like, dude, that's never gonna happen. If you look at AI models right now, what is deep learning, dude? Like deep learning is learning on like millions of data points, right? Literally millions, like
It's a hash
infinitesimal
table
data
on
points, right?
steroids.
Exactly. So it's like that's not scalable at all to like how human learning is, right? Like the best example I've heard is like, imagine a human playing Pac-Man, right? You can pick up Pac-Man in like 5 games, right? If you train an AI on playing Pac-Man, dude, they're gonna take like tens of thousands of games to figure it out, and then now they can finally play just as good as a human, but it took 10,000 games, you know? And it's like, dude, that's not scalable at all. If we can learn off of 5, then if we create an artificial intelligence, that should be able to learn in that small sample size as well. But it's like now we're depending on so many data points, and you have to clean the data points, and it's like very fragile, and it's like, you know, there's a lot of problems with it right now.
Val, I'm loving. Val has the bottle out, guys. Her pink Moscato is out. This is it's about to get lit.
My
Val
bottle is
After
empty.
Dark is coming
Oh
out.
shit.
Andrew
It's
brought
empty.
out his Jack bottle.
I poured all of it. It's out. It's gone.
Cheers.
Wow. Cheers, guys. Cheers, guys. We're all about to be. Anyway. Yeah, I think we need alcohol for this conversation, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I just like that watching after seeing that, it really fucked me up. 'Cause I'm like, shit. Like, this is the type of like thinking that I kind of
Yeah.
miss, like from philosophy, right? It's so abstract and outside of the box and like with infinite possibilities. And the fact that I can't get to a concrete definitive answer
Yeah.
is what draws me to this. Like there's
Duh.
no
Yeah.
like we don't have an answer to this.
There's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
There's nothing right now.
Yeah, and another thing I think I was telling Krystal a few days ago when we were talking about like, yo, this has to be the topic, and I was just like, yo, that explanation also explains why we haven't encountered aliens yet. So basically, when the simulation was created, aliens weren't included. Only one life form, and us humans, or like, you know, whatever's on planet Earth was only included in that simulation. Nothing else. That's why we haven't encountered any aliens yet. So it actually explains that, right? Even though I want to believe that there's still aliens, but that would actually explain why we've never encountered them too.
I really
Okay.
think it's really bizarre that we're the only planet that has life on it. For some reason,
Do we know that though? We don't
I
know
know
that.
that's we don't know that, but like
know?
that we know of.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's crazy to me. Like
Well-
what's so special about this place? You know, obviously it's scientific, like, you know, chemically it's like ideal for like life. But it's just like mind-boggling that we know so much about space, but we haven't been able to find life.
well, I
Okay.
mean, it's
Yeah.
the only one in the Milky Way. So like there's so many other like unexplored galaxies. I just feel like the universe is like so massive to the point where it's just like incomprehensible how massive it is that it's like looking like, you know, at this like sandbox, and you put like a little tiny like piece of like maybe like pink colored sand, and then, you know, everything, or maybe you put 2 different ones, and like in completely separate areas. Like it's going to be difficult to find them among all the sand, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But the argument
Makes
for
sense.
why, like, it kind of doesn't make sense why we haven't encountered them either yet, because so say the earth is like 4.6 billion years old, right? And the universe is like, was it 13 point something billion years old, right? So say it like took some time for like the everything in the universe to cool, right? So say it took like 10 billion years, but it's very reasonable in millions of years, say like in 10 million years, if there was a life form like humans, and they basically survived for millions of years, why wouldn't they have conquered like some gigantic portion of the universe yet? Like in millions of years you could definitely do it. It's just that there's also this theory that maybe these life forms that are created, they just end up destroying themselves. So that's why they never get to the point where over millions of years they can conquer a massive area of the universe, but maybe we just kill ourselves before that point.
Okay, I have a question from my chat. This is from Jess. She works at Microsoft. It's the rubber ducky on TikTok. She asked, would it bother us if we knew we were in a simulation?
Yes.
Oh,
It would?
It would.
It would.
Okay.
Me.
Dude,
Why
I would
or
be
why
pissed
not? Let's
off.
go.
Players,
Dude, I would be pissed off, dude.
Why would
I
you
would
be
be so
pissed?
pissed.
Why?
I would be mad
Because I'd
the
want to
people-
find
yeah.
the.
Okay,
I would
one
find,
at
I
a
would-
time, guys. One at a
Oh,
time.
sorry. Go ahead. You guys go first.
So
Guess
I would be
first.
mad
Guess
Go.
first.
because that basically means whoever's running the simulation has 100% control over not just me, but like everyone in the world, and not just the world, like everything that exists. And the fact that somebody has that much control over me and like the world I live in, it's very disturbing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I personally am like an avid Sims player, and I come up with like the most messed up scenarios there. And just the fact that like just thinking about those scenarios, like now that's making me think like, if my Sims were like aware of their existence and all of this, like why would I continue doing that to them?
Wait, so now we have to discuss what messed up situations are you putting
Yeah,
them in?
okay. I mean, yeah, those are facts.
Wait, address
Do you have
that
like
first.
a Sims Holocaust going on? Like
No, I mean, I do.
Okay, Andrew.
Oh, shit.
No. No, I mean, I download a lot of mods because after a while, just building a happy family and like happy things, like or whatever, like it just
It's
gets
boring.
boring. So
You need to destroy stuff.
yeah, so I like download like drug modes, assassin mode, like
Wow.
prostitution mod.
Okay. So perfect example then. So you are simulating this entire world, and like if that was you, I mean, I guess I would be pissed too if I was in that kind of a situation, because you put me in that situation when you had complete control over
Yeah.
the environment I could be in. So I guess you guys are right. I guess I would be bothered too.
Dude, I would want to get to the root world. Like that means we're in a fake world, dude. Like
Yeah.
I would want to find out, what does the real world look like? Like that would trigger me. Like I would be like, yo, if this is fake, then like what's real?
But
You
do
know,
I'm
we
glad you brought that
want
up,
to
Paras.
know? Is it
Well, I know-
ignorance bliss, guys?
Well, so I was watching so Elon Musk, he was talking to Joe Rogan about this on one of his podcasts.
Yeah.
And he was
really
talking
good.
about, he calls it base reality. And he was saying that if base reality exists, the actual reality, it would probably be really boring. Because think about it, every video game we've ever created, every movie that we've ever created has been bigger than real life. It's been more exciting. Because why would you make something that's as boring as everyday life? You want to make it more exciting. So
Yeah.
like logically speaking, if that's the trend, if you're making another world, you make it more exciting. So that means that base reality would probably be really boring. Nothing much happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I can't imagine how boring that would be. Like if regular life is already like this dead sometimes, then it's like, dude, how boring could base reality be then at that point? That would be crazy. But I'd still want to find out, what does real life look like? That's crazy. What if we don't even look like this? What if like whatever
That I would be
created
pissed
us,
about. I'd be
whatever
like, I'm
created
in
us
a
looks totally
simulation.
different, and we just look like this, Like
If
I'm
they made me
curious.
look, I'd be pissed if they made me look like this and I could have looked better.
they character
It's called plastic
customize you
surgery.
like how you make your like Wii like character. Like
Wii?
it's like-
The Wii character. It's like, did you guys did you just shuffle these fucking
It's like they
different
randomize
categories?
traits. Yeah, they just randomize all the traits.
Like
Well, that's what biology is. It's basically a random number
Yeah.
generator on steroids. I don't know. It's a
Uh,
lottery.
wait, sorry. Okay, also Jess also asked, did we watch that Rick and Morty episode about simulation? I don't remember that episode.
No, I haven't seen it. I wanted to see
No.
it though.
I hear that's a really good show.
It
is.
Yeah,
is.
I gotta
Yeah.
watch it.
I think there was if you are religious and believe in God, do you think your world is a simulation? Oof, these are some deep thoughts.
Whoa.
Jess, you need to come on
Whoa.
our podcast.
If
like,
God
next week.
was real, then wouldn't that technically mean that we are a simulation? Because like, what would be different?
We're his simulation.
We're his simulation.
Yeah.
He created all of
Dude,
us.
wait, that is a simulation,
Dude,
dude.
that's insane.
Wait, that's
What?
crazy. Wait, that
Jess,
just
you
broke my
just-
mind. Wait, that
God
just
is a
broke my mind.
programmer.
So
I think I'm
we've
glitching because of
always
this.
believed. So we believe that we're in a simulation. That's what we
Technically.
believe. Like
I mean,
actually,
that's
if
what
you
it
believe in
is.
God, that's what it is.
It
Oh,
could
that's
be like,
crazy.
it could
Oh
be
my
like
god.
Actually,
Technically,
Jess,
that
Jess,
broke my
do you
mind.
want to come on the podcast
Whoa.
right now? Can you?
That
I'm just
literally
gonna
broke
send you
my
the
mind,
Zoom
dude.
link.
Wait, that totally
What?
broke my
Wait,
mind.
Daisy,
What
do
the
you guys
heck?
want to just come on our podcast right now? Because
Wait, dude.
but it wouldn't be like a set, it wouldn't be a religion that already exists though. Like it's probably, yeah, it's technically like a god and a simulation, but it wouldn't be like
Dude,
an existing religion.
that's
It would be, like,
crazy.
something.
Oh my god. But like, so Val, think about this. Think about it in this way, like, right? So our religion doesn't necessarily like state like, oh, like someone created like a computer program.
Yeah.
But it's like when we get to the point where we are able to create real life VR, who's to say that computers will still be a thing? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like maybe they'll be in a completely different form than we can even imagine right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe it'll be like far beyond our society right now. Maybe we won't get like that type of VR for like another 200, 300 years, right? So in that point, in 300 years, who knows what could happen, right? And
Mhm.
it's like, okay, at that point, they create a VR and it's like, that's maybe what quote unquote God would have done, right? Like they would have just created a VR. You don't need like to code a computer program to create a VR and an AI and have it in like a computer environment. If that makes any sense. Does that make any sense what I just said?
that just honestly, that question just fucked me up.
That's
I just
crazy,
feel like
dude.
I'm glitching
So it's like-
right now. Like
Yeah,
I don't
because,
know
like,
how to feel
Basically
about
the
life
environment, like God created Earth or whatever, right? You could say that God created Earth, right? And it's like, how did he create it? Is that a computer program? Or is that like, okay, he just created it because of his like mystical powers, right? But like maybe that is a computer program. We don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's his computer program and we're all in that simulation.
So
That's crazy. That breaks my mind, dude. That broke my mind.
When I play The Sims, I am God. I am
Yes,
technically God.
exactly.
You are.
Exactly. That's crazy. What the heck?
Wait, okay, so who is to say a simulation where the beings inside don't know it's a simulation has been created? That's under the assumption that the simulation is for humans. I think Jess
what?
might have been a philosophy major.
Dude, that
Um,
that is absolutely crazy because that totally makes sense. Like what we're talking about would be is like someone has control and they put life inside of a world, right?
Mhm.
Whatever that world might be. And it's like whoever put those
oh,
intelligences in this world is a god. And that's what we already believe. We already believe in that. We're already like, yo, God created us, right? And it's like, oh shit, then if they did, then are we a VR already? Like, do we already believe we're a VR? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
God,
That's crazy.
he has God mode. He's
Okay,
pseudo admin.
so-
I
what
mean,
if
crazy.
a type of being who are of an AI or are of intelligence smarter than to the point where we are cockroaches?
Wait.
we are-
Wait.
what if
Back
a
that
type
question
of
up. Back that question
What
up.
if a
What
type
happened?
of being who are of an intelligence smarter than to the point we are cockroaches, and the simulation those more intelligent beings create are created without tools to create simulation? Oh my god.
Wait.
My
what?
brain.
That's packed with
Wait,
a lot
repeat
of
the whole
Okay, I'm
question.
gonna need
information.
we're gonna need
Repeat
to
the
have
whole
this
thing.
conversation with Jess because this got real deep and I don't this part.
Repeat the whole thing real quick.
Okay. Okay, that's under the assumption that the simulation is for humans. So what if a type of being who are of an intelligence smarter to the point we are cockroaches? And the simulation
Oh,
and the
okay.
simulation, those are intelligent beings are created without tools to create simulations. Oh my god. That is some like meta.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so wait,
I mean,
yeah. The
yeah.
reason we haven't created a simulation is because they gave us,
Yeah.
they blocked that option for us,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, no, that gets into a whole nother thing. Like, say they did block the option for all of us, right? So now you can imagine when we're trying to go to space. What if they just blocked the option of space, right? So
Oh,
that's why
that'd
all
be
our
fucked
rockets
up.
blew up, right? So that's why all our rockets blew up until they built space. And then so now that's why we can go to space because it's
Oh,
built after that point. You know what I'm saying? Like
Whoa.
that that gets to a whole nother level though. That's crazy though. That's
holy
like,
shit, guys. I didn't know it was about to get this deep today. Like, I thought we were just gonna, like, I'm speechless at the moment, so we're gonna go on, Paras.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, so every point of exploration that we've ever had, like maybe like when we initially failed, like that part of exploration like didn't exist. So this whole world got like built over time. So it's like, you know how we initially started like in Africa, quote unquote, human beings, right? So it's like, what if like after that point they just started building out like the rest of the world? Like that would be crazy.
Yeah, what
That'd be
like
that'd be
collective
wild.
human intelligence is
Yeah.
like just one gigantic like AI, like machine learning algorithm.
Mhm.
And like the more we learn, the more abilities that the human race gains. That's basically a machine learning algorithm.
Yeah.
And we're constantly trying and failing. And when we fail, I guess that's training the algorithm. But when we succeed, that's when we get a little bit better.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do we, I
That'd
mean,
be
again, we're not gonna get to a definitive answer on this.
No, we can't.
We'll
That's
never
literally
get
just
to it.
Like,
speculation.
I don't
at
think
this
we're
no
gonna
point.
get
way.
to an answer until we figure out AI. Once we
Yeah.
figure out
True.
AI, I think we'll have some intuition of what's going on. But we have to get to that point. Who
Yeah.
knows when that's gonna happen?
we'll be alive when that happens. I mean,
Yeah,
Probably
I
not.
think like minimum it'd take like 30 years. That's my guess right now. It's gonna be
I
like
mean, so the
maybe
internet
30
has only
years.
been around for how long? What, 30 years? Like what, 1980s?
Yeah, like late
Like not that
1980s
long.
basically.
And
Yeah,
it's
so
advanced so fast already,
exactly.
you know?
So
Like in 30 years, where are we going to be?
Just in the last 5 years, the technological advances in the last 5 years is kind of
crazy. But like, yeah, but I still think we're pretty far from creating ourselves, you know? So
Same.
until that happens, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a far point in time, but I hope it does happen in our lifetime. That'd be crazy
That'd be
to solve
dope.
this answer this question right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, that still blew my mind, dude. That's crazy.
Right?
Yeah, it's like, dude, and what if like, yeah, so then that would like really be like if we're religious, then you already believe you're in a simulation, like actually.
I mean, like, I
That's,
can't
that's what it
think of a
is.
difference
That's
But the
basically
between a
thing
what it
is,
is.
simulation.
they don't see it as that. It doesn't. It's not.
But if you
to them,
don't
it's not
think,
a
yeah, but if you
simulation.
don't think about it in that way, right? But if you do think about it in like, then it's just God's simulation. It's just like
Yeah.
God like putting, humans there and just being like, yo, you guys evolved out of bacteria. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And the thing about like, if you read the Bible, if you're Christian, it's like, what's God's purpose for creating the world? Like, not even like Christians know. Like, you read the Bible, like the answer's not there. It's like it's a mystery. It's like, is God experimenting? Is he just trying to see what's going to
who
happen?
knows?
Is it a simulation?
Yeah.
Does he not know the answer?
And then that gets
Are you
into like,
religious, Andrew?
I'm Christian. I haven't been to church in a while because of COVID.
Yeah.
But yeah.
are you Catholic?
No, I'm a non-denominational Christian, Protestant. I grew up Catholic. I went to Catholic school from kindergarten until 4th grade.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
What about you,
girlfriend's
Val?
Catholic.
oh,
Are you
Sorry,
religious?
Are you religious
Are you
or like
religious, Val?
spiritual?
I grew up Catholic, but I mean, it's just that I had like a kind of like a negative experience at like my school, like, and so now I'm just like, I'm agnostic. I'm like open to like ideas and stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't follow like rules and stuff based on,
Yeah.
Got you.
I got you.
How about you,
Well,
Krystal?
I'm an existentialist, guys. I'm a true
What's that?
philosopher at heart. We literally exist. Nothing matters. We create
Oh,
our
God.
own world.
Come
No,
on.
no, no. Listen, don't just cancel me because I'm saying nothing nothing matters. You make your own meaning of life. Like that's
Yeah, but
that's
Yeah.
comes down
yeah,
to
that's the
it.
whole point, though, right? So
What?
something matters to you.
Are you agnostic or are you atheist? Or
Me?
neither? Yeah.
I'm an existentialist. I literally exist. That's all.
So do you not believe there's a higher being in any way?
No,
Interesting.
not at all.
Atheist.
Okay.
Literally, we literally just
So
exist.
you're even more down with the simulation argument then.
No, it's I'm down
okay.
with science. I'm down with everything if it makes sense.
Yeah.
If there's logic and there's proof and there's like science behind it, then I believe it. But if
You're a
there's
materialist.
like
You're a
again,
materialist.
to me, I don't think you have to believe
That's an
in
actual
anything.
term. No, it's a term.
It is.
No,
Okay.
you guys, we literally exist because me and like a homeless person or someone that's like, we both exist, right? But
Yeah.
we both chose to have separate lives. Like, it could have been circumstantial, but I mean, I chose to do something different with my life than somebody else. So we just create our own meaning to life. That's not me saying like you can be a good person and live
No,
a
but
good
I'm
life
saying
without
that
having faith.
something matters to you though. That's my point.
Well, something matters.
You can't say that nothing matters because there's some meaning to yours, to what you want. You know what I'm saying?
It's called
make
my
sense?
existence.
Yeah,
I don't know what
okay.
you want me to say.
I mean, like in my case, I feel like I'm open to the idea of there being a higher power. I just don't want certain rules to be imposed on me.
Exactly.
And if they are, I
Yeah.
will fight them.
Yeah, definitely. No, dude, like
I grew
yeah,
up
I
in
mean,
Sunday school.
I'm-
Like I
I'm
was
Hindu,
forced to go to church, but I didn't
but
believe.
it's like
I was like a kid. I was
Are
a
you pretty
kid. I'm
devout?
like, who the fuck am I praying to? Like, no one's saying anything back. Like, all you guys do is come to church and talk shit on each other behind each other's backs. Like, how Christian is that? Like, that's not really like the Christian way. You're supposed to love everybody. You're supposed to be about love and acceptance. But especially in Asian churches, all they do is talk shit on each other.
Yeah.
Like,
And
behind each other's backs.
it's sometimes
Like,
more toxic than it
it
being
is
in an
toxic.
atheist
And to
environment.
me, why would I want to be involved in something like that when I just know it's toxicity? Like,
Yeah,
I don't
feel
want
that.
people talking shit behind my back.
yeah, no, I'm not too religious, but like
You're Hindu.
I just
so-
follow. Yeah, I just follow. Like, yeah, no, Hinduism's more of a lifestyle, but it's like I just follow like the general rules around it. Like, but like I am also skeptical because like, so there's a lot of things like religion tells you, right? Well, I don't. Sorry for our viewers who are super religious, like,
it's fine.
but like,
That's
what
fine.
a lot of stuff religion tells
There's
you, like,
a-
there's no backing for it. Like, it's
Yeah.
just like, oh, we do this because we do this,
Sure.
and it's like, and unless you literally go and talk to like a priest, no one actually knows like what's the root. Why did we start doing this? And sometimes like priests won't have the answer either because they'll be like, oh, we've just been doing this for hundreds of years, right? So it's like, if no one has like, okay, why do we do this and what's the meaning behind it, then it's like, why are we doing it? Why are we just following along like sheep, right? And but
I mean,
that's like
you guys believe
super logical way.
Can someone be a good person without having a religious faith? I think so. I don't think you have to have a religious faith.
Yeah, I mean,
to
so
be a good
so like
person.
the foundation of religion, like I genuinely think this is like when religion was created before there was government, and it was the first government, basically, right?
Yeah,
so it's
I see
to
that.
basically put everyone on the same page,
Right.
and follow the same rules, right?
I see that.
So that's why it was created, right? Because it's like, okay, how do we organize everyone to be like, let's all believe in the same thing and have the same moral values? So let's create something around that, right? So then you create religion. But then when government came in, right, that's why there was the separation between church and state, right? Why do you need that separation? Because it's like, okay, if to hold people to moral values, you can just be religion, but there's laws. What can and can't you do, right? Now we're going to describe that in terms of government, right? But that was all described within religion before, right?
All right, we're gonna pivot into something more spicy because it got a little too serious. Okay, let's talk about BitClout. Okay, so Paris and I signed up for BitClout today, and everyone in my comments, it's a scam. It's a scam.
Is it a scam? Is it a scam?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, here's the thing. Okay, so
so
I was going back and forth all day, thinking it was a scam too.
Yeah.
But then I came across Steve's page, And Steve's page is a verified creator account, which means his team has vetted it enough for him to have an official creator account on that platform. So I'm on the side of it's not a scam. People just think it's a scam because they hear crypto, blockchain, bit, and it's like all a scam type of thing. You know what I
I don't
mean?
think it's a scam. I
So
don't think
What
it
do you
is.
think, Paras?
yeah, so what I've looked into is, so there's like a lot of big investing like VCs in right now. Two big ones that I know of are Sequoia Capital, right? Like the biggest VC in Silicon Valley. And then there's another one, Polychain Capital. One of my friends works for them. One of the biggest blockchain VCs. So if those two are involved, it seems a lot less shady. But
I think so too.
what we were discussing earlier, Krystal and I, is like what they're doing is they already set up accounts for like these really famous people, and those famous people aren't even using the platform yet, but they're already profiting off those people. So that's the scammy part, and that's the part where everyone's like, yo, what the frick are you doing, right?
The other
So that's
thing
the only
is-
part that seems really shady, but everything else is like decently normal. Like
The
so I
only
don't know.
other part is you can't withdraw your coins or whatever.
Oh, that's
Like, you can
weird.
sell it, but you can't withdraw it. But to me, it's like the minute you sell it, the value of your coin goes down. So you really don't want that, right? I don't know. But I don't know. Did you set yours up, Andrew?
No, but I want to.
I think you should. Like my coin is up.
No, I do. I'm going to do it. I think that I think personal brand is going to be like the new like corporation business.
I think so
like
too.
the Apples and the Googles of the world.
Yeah.
Like those are going to, in the future, is going to be like the Gary Vaynerchuk's, the Elon Musk's, the Joe
Yeah.
Rogans, all the big names. I think, I don't know if you guys follow like Gary Vaynerchuk, but he basically has built up like his own company under his name. And I think everybody is gonna, or like all the major corporations, I think they're gonna follow that trend. Because personally, I connect better with like, a personal brand than I
Yeah.
do with like a random name with like a funny logo on it, like Google.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I don't give a shit. Like, I'd
Right.
rather connect with the person. I'd rather buy into a person. Personally, I'd rather invest in a person. And I think that's the trend. And I think that's what, BitClout, I just found out about it today. I think
Yeah.
that's what they're trying to do. So yeah, I'm all for it. I believe in it.
Mhm.
What do you think? How do you feel about it, Val?
I mean, this is actually the first time that I've heard of it. I'm not really much into like cryptocurrency or anything. It honestly scares me a little bit just because I feel like
Yeah.
I'm going to just not make the right choice when it comes to that. But I think it's cool. I think it's really cool though. So yeah, I mean, I would like to like read more into it and
Yeah.
just know what this is all about.
Yeah.
Faris, I really want to discuss because I feel like there's a social network aspect to this that I didn't think about before. Like after hearing about BitClout today and like signing up for it and seeing what it can do as like a social network where it's literally you're building up clout. And there's like a complete social networking aspect of the blockchain that we can utilize that like I've not thought of until today. So we will discuss that on a
Well,
side.
think about it. Like there's nowadays, like the value of the American dollar is going down and down as like more money is being printed. It's like, okay, so the actual value of the dollar is going down, so that's going to be worthless eventually. And like what are we going to have left? We're going to have blockchain and whatever social status that you've built up through your personal brand. Like if I would rather have a lot of social status as like a personal brand or like a lot of money in the bank, I'd rather have the social status. Like I think
Yeah.
that's more valuable.
Yeah.
You can do more with that.
It's
You
more
can-
influential and powerful in
Exactly.
the social aspect. Yeah.
Yeah. But that just gets into Black Mirror. Have you guys seen the episode of
Yeah.
Black Mirror
Which
where
all of it.
they go around? Well, the main one is where how they go around and rate each person and each interaction they have with the person.
Oh yeah.
So that gets into that territory where it's like, yeah, like creating like a personal brand and like around like, okay, this person means this, right? And it's like fundamentally only society runs on the value on a platform. That's going to be scary, right? Like if it gets to that point, which this kind of starts. But I think the value of this too is the decentralized aspect where it's like, if you make a lot more services peer to peer, just everyone benefits. And it's like
Yeah.
Right.
a lot of centralization, like they're just winning off our data and just selling our
Right.
data. And
Right.
it's like,
Right.
dude, get out of here. I don't want you having my data, you know?
Yep.
Because
Yep.
like what Andrew was saying, like why would we not want to invest in our favorite creators that we
Yeah.
watch? Like that we watch on live streams, that we watch their content of, like we're a fan of their whole brand. So instead of investing in a huge corporation, I mean, I guess it's still corporation backed, but you know,
Yeah.
when it comes down to the creator side of it, like why not invest in the creator themselves instead of like for instance, for me, I stopped watching TV since I've used TikTok so much. Like I'm on lives on TikTok or like Twitch, like and I pay subs for like Twitch channels, but I'd rather do that than pay subs for like Netflix or pay subs for like Hulu, because it makes the most sense to me, because it's
Wait,
the
it's
most
more, it's
engaging content.
even more than Netflix.
Yeah, I've
Really?
literally not been
Interesting.
on Netflix in months.
Yeah.
I think there's
actually-
less of it. Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. I actually like, everybody makes fun of like people who pay for like YouTube Premium, but like I do it because I watch a lot of commentary,
Yeah.
like commentary YouTubers. Like I just have it playing in the background.
No, that's good. Like, yeah, I've been considering it, dude. Like on my laptop, I've never had a problem because I have ad block. So sorry to YouTube creators. I never give you money.
Our
I don't give you
podcast
any
is
money.
on YouTube.
I don't give you guys
Jesus.
any money. Sorry.
Google,
Not
I'm
sorry,
sorry.
not
Don't
sorry.
listen
I'm
to
not
him.
that sorry. Actually, I'm not actually that sorry. But um
We're getting
besides that, dude, I'm not watching ads, dude. Dude, and besides, if you're paying for YouTube Premium, how much of that's going to the creator? Is any of that going to the creator?
probably not.
Probably
Mm.
not, right? It's the same thing. All right. So besides that, yeah, no, because like on your other devices, you don't have ad block anymore. So it's like I've been really considering YouTube Premium because I'm like, damn, like on the other devices, that'd be so nice where you don't have any ads. But
I will say that I think that having a personal brand as like a new system for creating companies, I think there's less of a chance for corruption, like, you know, how Google does corrupt things. And the reason why is because, so like the CEOs and the people who do these corrupt practices, they are behind like the brand name. Like if Google does something corrupt, it's Google, like thousands of people. But if like Elon Musk does something corrupt, then it's his reputation at stake and only his. It might be other people doing the corrupt things, but his name is tainted. Why would I want to do something corrupt if it's going to ruin my reputation? You know what I mean?
yeah, what were we talking about? I forgot now.
We're talking about, well,
I
I was
totally
talking
lost my
about
train of
personal
thought.
brands and how that decreases the probability of corrupt corporate practices.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, also it's all about transparency too, dude. Like a lot of these companies like don't have transparency, and it's like even Apple, like they've had their transparency problems. Like recently, like I don't know what I was watching, but they brought up like the battery thing again. Do you guys remember the battery scandal with Apple?
Oh, how they were like killing the battery if you don't have the software
Yeah.
update or something
So
like
they're
that.
so they're throttling your phone once like the software update happened, right?
Yeah.
So they'd update your phone and then they'd throttle your performance because they'd be like, oh, your battery can't handle it like after 2 years. So then since they weren't transparent about that and they didn't give people the option to be like, all right, screw my battery, I want normal performance versus throttling the performance for the battery. So it's like it's always about transparency. So that's why like I think blockchain is definitely the future because it provides that transparency. Like you're very clear what are you doing with this company? It's completely transparent. Like, okay, this is what we're doing. Like you even look at the blockchain, like go look at it, you know?
Yeah. Can you disconnect Jesse? I think we need to move on without it, only because of the sound issue.
Do you
Since we're
hear
recording.
sound? I don't hear any sound.
Well, it's because he's
Bro,
mute. Can you
we
just
muted
disconnect him?
Kick him.
All right, we're moving.
Okay. Sorry, Jesse. We need to record it. I didn't know it was gonna be an issue. Okay. Anyway, okay, guys. So my
Hey,
simp
Pasta.
application went live. I would like to go on to a
Oh.
really much lighter conversation because it got real deep real quick.
Wait, where? Right now?
What do you mean?
Right now
What?
it got deep?
The
When did
entire
it get deep?
conversation was deep. I'm saying let's
Dude,
go
that
on to
wasn't
a
that
lighter
deep.
subject.
That was
Okay.
not that deep. All right, let's continue then.
Aren't the,
It
what's
got a
the
little
quote?
deep when we were talking about God and
It was,
simulation.
yeah, no, that got really
Yeah.
deep. This was not that deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that really got me like in my like I don't know, it made me like kind of upset. Like I don't know, I was just like it got me very like sad.
Yeah, no, you think about it. Like, dude, right when I had that, who is the person who commented that?
It was Jess. She works
Dude,
she's
that
the
broke
rubber
my mind,
ducky.
dude.
Yeah.
That literally broke my mind.
Ducky.
I'm
Shout
still
out.
like lost right now. I'm like, holy crap. So did people believe this the whole time? That's crazy to me.
No, because they
Yeah.
don't know that it's a like they to them, they're not seeing it in the terms that it's a simulation. It's just a world that God created.
That's crazy.
But to them, it's
that's
not
what
a
it is, though.
simulation that he
Yeah,
created. It is
that's
just
I
a
think it's
crazy.
because they
world.
don't understand what a simulation
crazy.
is. You
don't
can't
know
really
what
understand
science
what it
is.
is unless you're in tech.
Right.
know.
Right. I guess that's
Yeah.
true. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess
what's
like if there was a
simulation?
tech person, they would understand that for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. That's crazy though. It still blew
And
my mind.
I will say,
My
I don't
mind's
know.
still
I don't know
blown.
if you guys want to go deep again, but
No,
like,
let's
so
go. We're already
I
here.
used to, so when I
No.
was like, when I would go to church, like they would say that like, so God is a creator, he creates things. And
Yeah.
one common theme is that like he created humans in his image. And one characteristic that we all have, that God has, is that we create things, you know, like no matter what, humans are always creating
Dude, that's
things.
crazy. Yeah.
Especially as computer scientists,
That's
we're
wild.
always constantly creating something.
Yeah.
And that's what God did, you know, from day one. I
Yeah, and
always
that's so,
thought,
dude. And the more you think about it like that, exactly how Andrew phrased it, it's like God created humans in like in terms of himself.
right.
So that's
You guys,
crazy. That's
is
what
God-
we do. That's what we do with an AI. Like if you think about an AI, that's what we're doing. We're trying to replicate our intelligence. That's so creepy, dude. That's crazy.
Is God a computer
That's literally
programmer,
crazy.
guys?
Dude, God is
Is
the
God a
best of
software
all.
engineer? Is God a
That's so
fucking
crazy to
nerd
me.
like us?
Dude, once that brain path was locked in, I'm like, dude, that's insane. Like my mind's still blown at this point. Like
Yeah,
that's crazy.
He's one of
What the heck?
us.
Yeah, and it's like it might not even be like how we
Are we
imagine it
God?
right now, right? Like
Am I God?
Or
am I
subdomains.
Jesus? Am I Jesus? No shit.
Am I Jesus?
Definitely playing The Sims, yes.
Dude, this is the worst day to say that because it's Good Friday. That's the worst
Oh,
day
it's
to
Good
say.
Friday.
Well, it's not being released on Good Friday, so I think we're okay.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
problematic.
dude, that's wild.
That is wild.
Creators of TikTok.
Yeah, and it's like
Content
it might not
creators.
be like that's what creators are. They're all gods. Yeah,
Okay.
we're gods right now,
Well,
guys. We're gods.
You heard it from us, guys. We're gods. So
Yeah, and I mean like that's so crazy because then like imagine so if there's we just continue on this point, it's like so if there's multiple of us that are like creators where we make videos, we code stuff, we make programs. So it's like, does that mean there's multiple gods that exist and they create their own simulations?
that
And
is
so
my
we're just so that's the multiverse. It's like, okay, now we're one of one God's creation. So what if there's another one that does the same thing? And so that's like a multiverse.
so because here's the thing for me, right? If God was real, why would there be multiple gods? There would be one God, but there are multiple gods.
I want to answer that because
Answer it.
so I don't know. I don't like giving. I might get shit for this, but in the Bible, that's called idolatry. It's a sin. It's basically, you know, if you worship anything other than God, then you're committing idolatry. And so when you build a personal brand, you're kind of worshiping yourself. You are the God of your world. And so that's like what the followers of Moses did when they started worshiping the golden cow. They were worshiping something other than God. There are multiple gods, but they are false gods.
Interesting.
So like that's, you know, there are multiple gods, but he doesn't want us to do that thing.
Yeah.
So I mean that's how it fits in terms of like biblical context.
That's
Does that make
crazy.
some sense?
Yeah,
So,
that's interesting.
But in this universe, let's say that I'm playing The Sims and somebody else is playing The Sims. We have a different playthrough. So technically, yes, there would be multiple ones, but maybe I don't want my Sims to be interacting with that other, like you know,
Yeah.
that other player,
Yeah.
you know, I guess. So maybe that's kind of like one of the rules that is set up in this world or universe.
Yeah, it's like you're all enclosed. Yeah, so that's why we can't interact with other universes.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy though, dude. How do you get to another universe? That's a whole nother like situation.
Oh, I
Virtual
think-
reality.
Yeah.
What if
There you
what if
go.
there's an internet
Full
what if
circle
there's an
right there.
internet of what if there's an internet of universes, right?
Internet of
So-
Things.
Of universes, right? So imagine every universe is like a computer, right? So now if we go through some connection, right? Like a WebSocket connection, right? And we connect to another
HTTP.
universe. Yeah. So now there's some protocol that we follow that can get us to another universe, dude. That's
That's
crazy.
crazy. It's like a giant graph. We
Maybe
gotta do
that's when you
graph
hit light
traversal. I
speed.
don't
If you
know.
hit light speed, you get to go to another universe. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
That's what that's a wormhole, dude. That's
Yeah,
the WebSocket you're talking
right?
about. That's a wormhole, bro.
Yeah, maybe it's a
Getting from one
wormhole.
universe to another universe.
Yeah. Dude, that's crazy. That's Portal. That's like the Portal game, right? Like you just go
Yeah.
between like different parts of space.
My mind
Yeah,
is
dude, I
being
don't know,
blown
man.
so much.
That gets
bro.
crazy. Like it like makes sense though. You're like, wait, now everything makes sense, and you're like, now you like fall with it. You're like, yo, this is how it is. Like I'm like, wait, this totally makes sense. What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wait, so what have you guys been up to, Val and Andrew, since the last time we talked?
So I've been
You started a new podcast. I forgot.
I started a new
Yes, let's
podcast.
talk about that.
Yes.
Started a new
So
podcast.
I've always wanted to do a podcast.
Awesome.
Always. I've always
Yeah.
watched the Joe Rogan podcast. He's like,
Yeah.
you know, I listen to him so much. Like anytime Elon Musk comes on, I love watching. I watch it multiple times. Anytime there is any guest that has remotely anything to do with like tech, I love watching it
Yeah.
and listening to it. I was a big fan of a podcast called How I Built This. I don't know if you guys heard about
Oh,
it.
I
It's
think
by
I heard that.
NPR. Yeah, he basically just interviews like tech founders, and I like, you know, I love listening to them. I've listened to every single one, and there's just not enough like tech people that are being interviewed. I'm just like, I want more. But
Andrew,
there's
you should
not
listen
any
to
more I can
Indie
find.
Hackers.
What is it called? Indie Hackers?
Indie Hackers. Yeah.
Okay, I'll look it up.
It's amazing. Like basically it's this guy, I can't remember his name now. But basically he like set up this website, Indie Hackers, who are like founders like us, who like basically we didn't go through like any incubators. We're just trying to start up our own company, right?
Oh,
So it's like he basically interviews people like that, but like that succeeded. Like they built a company themselves, like from scratch. They just bootstrapped a
so
business
it's
together.
it's
and
reaffirming that that's possible. That
Yeah,
you could actually
exactly.
start a company
And
and,
there's
not
tons of
have
them,
any
dude.
funding.
There's thousands of people, dude. Like he's interviewed a
What?
few hundred
Yeah.
people. Like just go through like the catalog. That's why like honestly that like was one of my big inspirations to like actually do it. And I'm like, oh shoot, like there's so many people who've done it before, you know, like
And they didn't.
just
They
like
don't have any funding. They have 100% control over their company.
yeah, some
basically.
people have like small funding, but it's not like the big like VC funding that you like Airbnb,
Wow.
Dropbox kind of have. Like it's like sometimes they have some small investors in, but it's like it's mainly just them just grinding and building a company.
If I could build something where I have all of control and I don't have to like answer to stockholders, that'd be the ideal scenario. The only thing
So
that
then you
sucks
would
is,
not want to
yeah.
go public ever.
I wouldn't, because I don't
Yeah.
want to be like, you know, worried about whatever my investors say because they have
Yeah.
control over what I built. The only problem with that is that if you don't have investors, you don't have a lot of capital. If
Right.
you don't
Yeah,
have
it's hard to
capital, you don't have a
grow.
lot of speed, and you
Yeah.
can't compete with the competition. So that's the only downside to being an indie hacker. But the fact that there's a large community of that is reaffirming to doing that. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
something to
I
consider.
can send you it on I'll send you it on Discord.
Yeah,
Are
I was
listen
they're
to it
not
literally all the
nonprofits,
time.
are they? Are they nonprofits?
No.
Or are they just regular?
No, they're yeah,
companies?
they're regular for profits, yeah.
That's dope.
Like and they even go over like MRR, everything. Like
Wow. Indie
Yeah, I was a
hackers.
guest on Andrew's podcast last night. It went really well. I actually had
That
a
was
lot
really
of fun.
fun.
Yeah,
That
That
was
was really
actually there
fun.
were a couple of people that were like,
Here, I
"Wow,
just
I
sent
didn't
it in the
even
chat.
know you worked in music before." Like, how, like there's no like you used to be like cool, and now you're a nerd like us. I'm like, oh,
You're a
that's
rock star, Krystal.
yeah,
You're
but
a
I
rock
just
star.
realized that it's true. Like, I have not actually had a conversation one-on-one with someone about my like
Your
life
past.
in music. So that was actually like it was.
All right, well, tell us real quick.
I
now.
enjoyed it. Oh no! You're gonna have to listen to Andrew's podcast. Andrew,
Summary.
I'd like
Give
to
us
come
a
back
summary.
for part 2 because
Yes.
I have
A
tour
quick
stories.
summary.
I'm excited. No, you're
I
coming
have bus
back
tour
on.
stories.
And you guys, so Paras and Val, if you guys ever want to be like a guest on my podcast, I'll interview you. And like, yeah, you guys totally should come if you're ever
Yeah, Val was
interested.
there last night. It was really
Yeah,
fun.
she was there.
It was a lot of fun. It was.
You
a
guys
lot
should
of
come
fun.
on. You guys should come on.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, that was awesome. Honestly.
Yeah, I
Cool.
feel like that was the
Okay.
first time like
Yeah.
some like people have heard me or heard about my past like in like a more serious setting, and me not trolling on like the internet. Because that's just
Dude, give us a quick summary, dude.
about no Paris. Don't put me on the spot. Now I don't want to do it. Move on. We're moving.
All
On.
right, fine. Fine, whatever, man.
We'll do it
I
another
will say
day.
some key takeaways that I learned. I was listening to the podcast today, make sure I didn't like, like cuss or anything, or like take any
Yeah,
bathroom breaks.
You got to tell Paris
Guys,
about your first episode.
Oh my
by the way.
god! So my first episode, Paras, like I took a bathroom break, and I completely forgot about it, and I actually deployed it by the time I listened to it. But basically, I took a bathroom break. I didn't turn off the camera. You could hear me peeing in the background, and then flushing the toilet and say, "All right, I'm back." I'm like, "Oh my god, this is so embarrassing."
That's death. You didn't even mute yourself.
I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. So I had to take
That's
it down and edit it. I had a
Dude,
little
that's
panic attack at work.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's wild.
but yeah, no,
Oh.
it's,
Dude, no, I've had that before where it's like I've done a really long recording and randomly like I like cough in the middle of there. I'm like, and you just hear me like fucking coughing in the middle.
I told Andrew he has to listen to all the recordings because like you think it went well, but then like you listen to it, you're like, oh shit, I forgot.
Some parts are just weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always happen.
But anyway,
it's
go on.
whatever.
no, but I did learn. No, the fact that you told me that Steve Aoki, that he's like completely, vegan, doesn't do any like drugs, like has a very healthy diet. I thought that was really surprising because I saw a documentary about him called I Can Sleep When I'm Dead. Basically, like he, when it comes to
That's
like
his
how
motto.
many days he is on tour,
Yeah.
like no artist comes close to how much work he puts in and how much he's touring and performing. And I was like, oh, he's got to be doing cocaine. He's got to be like doing meth or something that gets but he's not.
The cleanest
He's
DJ
like has a
alive.
healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that's really surprising, and
Right.
respect to him for that. That's badass.
You have to
Yeah.
respect him though, because he literally works so hard. Like he's the hardest working man alive. It's that Asian work ethic in him. Like he's still trying to like prove his dad that like he can do it, he can make it in life. So yeah.
It's like the work
That's
ethic of
crazy.
like a doctor,
Right.
like a surgeon trying to get into medical school, but if he just switched paths and became a DJ, you get Steve Aoki.
Facts.
Yeah.
No, that was really fun.
Val, you're muted.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's just that my dog is kind of like crying here.
Oh,
and there.
sorry.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good. Yeah.
I thought you were saying something.
Oh no, sorry.
Anyway. All right, Paras. I think we can probably
What's
wrap
up?
up. We've been here a while.
Oh, okay.
Unless we have
All
something else to talk about.
right. How long have we been recording?
Hour 15
okay.
minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Are we wrapping up? Sim?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
I mean, well, Val, do you have anything that you've been working on that you want to talk to us about?
Not really. Just been taking it really slow. I mean, I've been really, I don't know. I was talking to someone about this, that all my life I had been, since I was like 14, I've been acting like an adult. I've been really responsible. I've been regretting, I guess, like so many, not decisions, but just the way that I lived my life for so long, where I was completely consumed by just achieving certain goals that I don't think I really got to like enjoy my youth. And now I'm really just spending more time with friends and family and really enjoying their company, really enjoying every single day, really enjoying like the little things in life. So Just trying to make up for lost time, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like everybody calls me like an old soul or something, and I feel like it's been that way since I was 14. So I kind of want to like take back that kind of like youth that I didn't really get to experience.
If I have any advice, I would say start that now, because I was like you. Like when I was a kid, I acted like I was a fucking adult. Like I did not want to be a kid. And
Yeah.
now I'm kind of in the reverse because I was so like grown up as a kid.
Yeah.
I grew up way too fast. So
Yeah, and I mean with the whole thing about me having to leave like my family and parents and having to sacrifice so much, it's like I feel like I've just been placed in like very like high stress situations for like so long, where like so many things at stake. So yeah, just trying to enjoy life.
well, we're gonna pop Val's Vegas cherry.
Yeah, I'm going to Vegas.
Andrew, you're
Vegas
gonna
is
come,
happening.
right?
Oh, it's 100% happening.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is about to be so lit, guys. I'm
It's
It's gonna
sorry.
be
When are we
dope.
going again?
Litty
When's that
bitty.
happening?
September.
Post-
right?
November
COVID.
sometime.
Okay.
Hopefully the second like apparently the new COVID might take over, so we'll see.
New
Wow.
COVID?
Yeah, there's like some mutated stuff in another country that can come here, and yeah. So
It's
fine.
happening
Let's
November.
fingers
It's
crossed.
happening November. By
Huh?
November 28th or 25th, COVID, or we're going to Vegas.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm getting my second vaccine shot tomorrow. So.
Same.
Yay! Dude, so are
Oh,
you going?
nice.
Are you like basically back to normal life then?
I don't know. I mean, I just feel weird. Like, it's not like I can walk somewhere in like a grocery store and just try to excuse myself by saying like, "Hey, I'm vaccinated." You know, I'm still gonna like follow like guidelines.
Did you guys see the
Cut this part
video
out.
on TikTok where this girl was like, the people that post their vaccine cards are the same people that vote or that post the I voted stickers?
Legit.
It's so
legit.
true. These are
It's true.
facts.
Oh,
I
actually,
think everyone saw that video.
Yeah.
I'm really sad because so the Peruvian elections. I'm a
Uh-huh.
Peruvian citizen, so
Uh-huh.
the Peruvian elections are coming up. And we were like, me and my family were getting ready to like go to Houston, which is like the consulate of Peru, and vote. But turns out that like we haven't changed our addresses or something, and they already like basically a year ago they like you had a year or like or something like that like I had to change my address before like April of 2020 if I wanted to vote. So now I'm not registered to vote, and in Peru you get penalized for not voting, so like I have to pay a fee.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's insane. Wait, so are you a dual citizen?
And no, I'm a United States permanent resident. And a
Okay,
citizen.
got it. I see. All right.
So I don't know.
That
It
sucks.
I've never voted in my life, and I feel I don't know. It just sucks.
It's crazy.
Wait, so how are the fees that bad? That's insane that they're making you do that.
They're not that bad, but it's just kind of like annoying because you know I actually wanted to vote. Like I had kind of like my candidate in my mind, and you know I'm actually you know like I care about like the situation in Peru. So I don't know. It just makes
What's going on in Peru right now?
Well, I mean, like COVID is just like horrible. I mean, it's
not contained at all down there. I mean, I can't talk. I'm in California.
I mean, they're kind of like trying to, but I mean, it's a third world country, so there's just like a lot of boots and stuff, and there's also a lot of corruption. I think that's like the number one problem that Peru has. Like, pretty much like every single president like goes to prison like after they're you know like they finish their term.
Wow.
A lot of money. Yeah, so there's just a lot of that, and you know like there's a very huge disparity between the rich and the poor. There's like very extreme rich, like the richest, and then people that literally live in like
dirt poor.
out of, like,
Yeah.
wood. Yeah, it's horrible. So yeah, I don't know. And in terms like socially, you know, there's a lot of like women like what do you call it, like women getting murdered, like femicide or something like that.
Wow.
And you know it's just like social problems, like political
There's just all
problems,
sorts of issues.
issues.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. That sucks to hear.
Is it similar to what happened to Venezuela?
No, not
Like,
at all.
Venezuela got wrecked. Like they're really corrupt and everything. I don't know how similar it is.
Yeah, Venezuela has a dictator basically,
Yeah.
and a lot of Venezuelans are actually migrating to Peru, which isn't like, you know, Peru isn't that great, but it's in a better state than Venezuela.
Yeah.
right now, and there's like no freedom of speech in Venezuela at all, and like it's
Yeah.
just like it's like straight up a dictatorship, and like people are starving and dying, and like if they try to fight back, they get like killed.
Yeah, like my friend lives in Ecuador. He was explaining to me like the Venezuela situation. That stuff's crazy. Like it's legit crazy. It's like stuff you see in a movie. That's how crazy it is.
Yeah, my brother is actually half Venezuelan, and like his family, like from his half, like had to like move to Peru
Oh wow.
to escape Venezuela.
Oh, so they lived in Venezuela before?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What are you guys about to get into tonight? After this,
I don't know. I might eat some yogurt.
so random. I love it.
No. I'm kind of hungry, but like I don't know if I should like DoorDash something or just eat my yogurt.
Okay, we talked me out of door dashing. You can't start door dashing now.
Okay.
Do it.
I'm just
do
kidding.
it.
I want to
do
look
it.
up the company you told us about, Val. Snap something. Snap
Snap
Kitchen?
Kitchen?
Snap Kitchen.
Snap
Yeah.
Kitchen.
So
I want to look that up because I'm strongly considering it.
actually, so I was looking into them, and I think I have another option right now instead of like Snap Kitchen, because it looks like that only serves like 12 states, and I think like California's not one of them.
Oh, geez.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a fat L.
Let's
That's a
start
fat
our
L,
own
dude.
Snap Kitchen.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
so
there's
what is this company? What does this company do?
It's like a meal prep company, right?
Yeah, like they send you like ready to go meals. Like you just have to heat them up. And I use them. Like,
Oh.
I can buy it at Whole Foods. Like I don't order from them. I think it's cheaper if you order, but sometimes I'm just doing grocery shopping and I see like the Snap Kitchen section. At least like that's how it is in Austin. I'm assuming that like other like Whole Foods in like California don't have that, but there's like a section just for Snap Kitchen meals. And I just like, okay, I'm gonna grab some, and I take those for the week. And it's
Interesting.
like,
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
yeah. It's just like really good meals, like that are like low in calories, like high in protein, and like really healthy, and you can
Yeah.
heat them up.
Definitely.
But yeah, Andrew, actually, yeah, I'll send you like there's another company that I think it's like more spread out to like other places. There's actually like a couple that are like that.
In California, that would be awesome.
Dude, Andrew,
Yeah.
create your own, dude. Screw
Yeah,
Snap
let's-
Kitchen,
Right?
dude.
Gonna
Dude,
do
no,
it.
but Andrew told us yesterday that he eats so unhealthy because he
So
does
bad.
like fast food pickup, which is, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I eat fast food too, but
I haven't been like, I feel like I've been staying pretty healthy.
yeah,
I feel like my weight has stayed pretty constant. I'm saving a lot of time. That's what I care about. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
true,
I
true.
hate cooking. I hate doing the dishes. I hate doing laundry.
Facts.
Anything that's menial like tasks, I
Yeah.
hate. It's
Yeah.
like pulling teeth for me.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
if I can do anything that reduces the time, it's worth it to me.
yeah, and I
Um,
think
Same here, dude.
yeah.
these
Yeah.
companies like cater, like their marketing is more towards like fitness people who are like busy
Oh.
doing their fitness stuff or whatever. But I feel like there's kind of a market for like programmers,
Busy doing
you know?
fitness stuff.
Fitness stuff, for real.
What are-
There is a market for programmers because like
Val.fitness.
you know, Soylent was like
Dude,
marketing.
yeah, that just goes into Soylent, man. That's what Soylent is.
But the thing is that Soylent is like nobody is actually going to like consider that to be food.
Yeah.
I just think that these type of like plans and like meal bread things should be like marketed towards people like programmers who are also like, you know, they care about time.
Time
Definitely.
is valuable.
Dude, yeah, there should be like programming food. Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, that should be a thing.
Soylent.
That should be a
Oh, hey guys, there's another startup idea
thing.
for software engineers,
food.
for lazy software engineers who don't have the time because
Yeah.
we're busy
So
being
lazy.
gods.
That don't have the
Busy
time,
being
right? Like
gods,
everyone
guys. We're
actually has
pretty-
time. It's just they're too lazy to do
I'm
anything.
lazy.
That's what the reality
I'm
is.
lazy.
I'd rather be coding.
That's-
I'd rather be
that's what-
coding than cooking.
Well,
I would rather
that's what we
pay
have to
a
frame
premium.
it as. That's what we
Oh,
have to
for
frame it as.
sure.
It's like every programmer is actually lazy, right? Like that's why you code. It's just like, yo, it's the easiest job that pays you a lot of money. Like that's
Is
why you're doing it. Like, come on, like,
pretty easy.
I just like reduced our like whole value down.
well, no. So becoming
I
becoming like a programmer is the hard part. Becoming that, but once you are that, you're lazy as hell. Like you're so lazy. So
I mean, these
you
are
know what I'm
facts.
saying?
That's
So
why
like
they
once
say
you get to that level, you're legit, but it's like you're lazy AF now, like
Well, I
what
mean,
it
that's
is.
why
why
I'm
they say
trying to actually enjoy my life now.
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The
It's just like
lazier you are, the
the
better.
job is not like where it's gonna kill you. So it's like it's really nice. You're making a lot of money and you're just chilling. That's what it is.
Yeah, you're
I
chilling
mean,
like
these
a
are
villain.
facts. I mean that's why there's a saying, right? The lazier the programmer, the better, because they'll find the
better the
shortest way to
programmer.
get it done.
That's what Bill Gates said. Bill Gates says he
Exactly.
Oh,
likes
Bill
to hire
Gates said
lazy
that.
people.
Okay. Well, now I'm Bill
Lazy
Gates. I
people.
am God.
Yeah, but Bill Gates wants to do population control. No, just kidding.
I haven't heard.
Chris, if,
Yo,
if
have you
if this is your conspiracy, I quit this podcast.
Dude,
Wait, are you
there's so
talking
many
about, like,
people that
5G?
believe that though. There's so many people on the internet that legit believe Bill Gates wants to control the population. So I
respect
don't
Bill
know
Gates.
whether to believe it or
Did you
not.
get another new mic, Andrew?
No, this is the same one.
Wasn't it
That's the
silver
one he
before?
sounds crispy.
It's
I
the
got
silver.
a cheaper one. I got a cheaper
Silver.
one. This was $60.
I love
But
this
it's
one.
super
you guys-
Legit.
What
Both of you
brand
guys
is
sound
that?
real
It's
crispy.
Fee-Fine or Fee-Fine?
Hello.
Hey guys. Hey
Well, I
guys.
feel yeah.
Hi.
I don't have
ASMR.
I'm thinking my Max like built in my.
Welcome
That's
to
just-
Uncut Exceptions ASMR.
Welcome to Uncaught Exceptions.
Oh my
We
god.
should do an Uncaught Exceptions,
Dude,
but we're all whispering the entire
okay,
time. We
next
market to
5
the
minutes?
ASMR community.
We're doing ASMR for 5 minutes.
Oh my god, are we really doing this? Oh my god.
Hey everyone. I don't know what to talk about. I'm too focused on whispering the entire time.
Honestly, I don't know.
this.
I don't know what to talk about.
I don't know what to talk about. I'm too focused on whispering the entire time.
All I know how to do is talk about whispering.
All I know is to talk shit.
This is dumb.
Yeah, let's stop.
Let's
stop right now.
All right, we're gonna stop because this is dumb.
It's a good idea though.
You
That's a
guys,
good idea.
That's good.
promo. We got some promo.
Yeah, that's our TikTok 1 minute clip
Today
of us
is
going
an
like, "Hey,
Uncaught
guys."
Exception.
That was an uncaught exception.
Yeah, that was uncaught.
No, but like I actually had an Uncaught Exception.
Oh, tell us.
I don't know. It was just I think for some reason like IntelliJ was acting weird and like I
Uh-oh.
ran the program and I like it gave me an Uncaught Exception
Yeah.
and I closed it and it was fine.
You guys, I'm gonna need all of your guys' help possibly on my next project. So just be on the lookout.
What's your next
talk.
project?
Huh?
What's your next project?
No. My next Java project. It's like it's the advanced part of Java. And
Send me the repo link.
well, I mean, I haven't created it yet. Relax.
When
Dude,
you
I
do-
hate Java, dude.
Yeah, I
I'm
will.
not
I
a Java
will.
person.
I don't like
My
Java.
repo is trash.
Val's your girl. I'm not a Java person.
Facts. I
Not me.
forgot. We have Val.java in the house.
I'm in a toxic relationship with Java.
I am not a
Nice.
Java person.
I think we all are. I think we're all in a toxic relationship with coding in general, right?
Yeah,
No,
Let's
I
be
love coding,
honest.
dude.
I
Mars
love.
is like,
I
nah.
love it.
No,
Ours is
Honestly,
like,
coding
I
coding
really-
kisses me
really
back,
love-
bro. Coding kisses me
Same.
back, bro.
same.
all right, dude. All right, dude.
Dude, I'm a Linux
Alright,
bro,
dude.
dude. I'm a
Linux pro, dude.
You're a Mac bro. You're
bro,
a Mac bro.
I run 7 different kernels, dude, for 7 different tasks. Like,
I use Arch, by the way.
yo, I have a custom.
How does
kernel
it
for when I
feel to
watch
be a
YouTube.
Linux bro now?
It feels terrible.
Okay, good, because we think you're terrible now.
Are you on Ubuntu right now?
Yeah.
Are you still on Ubuntu, Andrew?
Ubuntu, yeah. Everybody
Oh,
keeps
shit.
recommending these different distributions.
Dude, Ubuntu's the best one, dude. Come on.
It's you know what
Ubuntu.
it's about. It's all about Kali Linux, guys. I don't know why. I just hear the Linux bros
Mac-
talking about it
Mac
all the
OS is
time.
based
So
off of
Kali
Ubuntu.
Linux. I'm just kidding. I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. All right, well, let's wrap this up because it is getting
go.
late. I'm hungry, and I'm sweating.
What are you gonna eat?
I might just order Chipotle from DoorDash.
Val, what are you gonna
Val
get?
told me to.
I feel bad because like I already ate like 2 tacos, so I feel like I'll just get a yogurt.
Oh, lame.
You guys, I had
I already
3
ate,
apples
so I'm not
today.
eating anything. But
I ate 3 whole apples trying to fill up my
yo,
stomach.
that's healthy. That's
'Cause
healthy.
I'm on a Vegas diet.
That's
I'm on a
healthy.
Vegas diet.
Yeah, eat oatmeal. Oatmeal's are big. Like,
Oh,
fills
I
your
forgot I have
stomach
a
up.
box of oatmeal.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. Just
This
add
was
like
fun,
fruit and
guys.
shit in there. It's real good. It's real good once you do that. Or like
Thanks for coming,
you can
guys.
get like low calorie maple syrup and then put like maple syrup and cinnamon in that oatmeal. It's lit. It's lit.
Oh
I'm telling you
yeah,
right
that's
now.
what I do. Sometimes I
Yeah.
add like 2 or 3 packets of stevia also.
Yeah. There you go.
Yes.
Dang, we're Uncaught Exceptions fitness squad. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
we're on a fitness But Val and Andrew, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
This
Anytime.
was
Do you guys need
fun.
to plug
So
anything real
fun.
quick? Any plugs?
If anybody wants to be a special guest on my podcast, please hit me up because I'm looking
Oh
for
yeah,
people
and
to interview.
Andrew,
But
send
just
me your
know he's a
podcast link.
Linux bro, so
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
No, but yeah, for real though, I had a really good time on Andrew's podcast last night. So everyone, if you do want to be on his podcast, just hit him up, like he said. I will be
Yeah.
there front row.
Hell yeah.
Val. Do you have anything to plug?
Yeah, Luigi.
Yes,
Oh.
Val.Luigi's
when-
in the house.
Wait, when's that happening?
Jesus.
I don't
Is that happening
know.
right now?
Wait, are you
Where's
gonna
the-
go
where's
Val
the
after dark
mustache?
right now on
The
TikTok?
mustache.
I guess I have nothing
Okay.
to do. It's like,
Fuck it, let's do it.
All right, I'll hop on there and troll as usual.
Okay.
All
All right,
well.
guys.
but
Have
See
a
you
good
All right.
one.
thanks for coming to
Yeah.
Uncaught Exceptions. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.